I want you to reflect on a time where you felt very much alone, where you felt that you are the only one experiencing what you are going through. How are you feeling? You may have had a heightened sense of anxiety, worry, not knowing what to do, not knowing who to turn to, not knowing what is the next step to take. Maybe feeling like there is no hope, there are no more chances. We learn from Rabbi Zelik Pliskin in Perek 102 what it feels like to be alone and what is the next step to take. And I quote, "I have given thought, and I am like a lonely bird on a roof." Rashi tells us that King David states that he has given thought to his situation, and after contemplation, after thinking about it, he realizes that he is like a lonely bird on a roof. Out of all the animals, why does King David compare himself to a bird? What is it like being a lonely bird in a strange place? One is totally vulnerable. There are predators everywhere. There is a profound teaching point that we can learn, and it is there is strength in numbers. When a bird travels with a large flock, they can travel long distances together. They fly over mountains, lakes, farms, cities, forests, waterfalls. No matter what is down there below, no matter what is down below, they know they are together. They have the reassurance that they can overcome any path because they have each other. A bird alone must always be on guard. This gives the bird probably a heightened sense of anxiety and worry, and they must be constantly alert to watch out for themselves. But even one more bird makes a difference. Just knowing that one bird is not alone. When a human being experiences suffering, they find consolation being with others who have had a similar experience. Sharing feelings and thoughts to one another lightens the burden. If we don't share the same type of suffering, we must learn to be sensitive where we can offer support and understanding simply by being a good listener. Now, who's a good listener? A good listener is someone who doesn't judge, who has an open heart, who has an understanding heart. A good listener is someone who knows the person is in emotional pain. We can learn from this perek that we too are a whole. We can overcome any challenge as we look to one another for support. You know, all of us have challenges. We go through many things in life, and we may turn to people who have shared a similar challenge, or simply turn to someone who has a listening ear, who has an open heart. Some people can relate if they call someone simply because they trust them, and to give them that amazing reassurance. What can we apply this to? We can see this in a women's gathering, a challah event. It's so much easier to pray together, and we share each other's problems. We may pray for each other. It just gives a different experience, and it's so much easier to pray. You know, a newborn baby presents a new dynamic in the family. We can call that mother up and we can say, you know what, you're probably going through a hard time. You may need some rest. You may need me to pick up the kids so I can take care of them. Or you can offer some kind of help, even if it's mental help, even if it's emotional reassurance that everything is going to be okay, just to reach out to them. A person is not married yet, call them up and we can say, thank you for being so positive. You are inspiring to me. I look up to you for your positivity in your life. When you're training at the gym, you usually like to train with other people, maybe a friend or a sister or someone who you know, because working together is easier than doing things by yourself. Calling an elderly person. Many of us can't relate to being old yet because they're so dependent on others. Calling them and inquiring about them makes them feel supportive, makes them feel remembered, makes them feel happy to be alive. Also, dieting together. You may be on a certain diet to lose weight or for any other purposes. That emotional support is so fulfilling. It's so reassuring. Many people are part of social networks. Why? Just to know that there are other people out there that are similar like them, or share similar problems. They may not even know anything about them, but they already connect. They see each other, they connect, they like each other because for the simple reason that they know they're not alone. King David teaches us that feeling like a lonely bird is very distressful. Why? Because it is not the bird's natural place. A bird naturally wants to be with the flock. We too can reach great heights if we keep our reassurance together, looking up to one another, looking at each other for support, turning to one another, and we can reach great heights, overcome tremendous challenges. May we do all that we can and in order to help each other, to alleviate their emotional pain when they're experiencing challenges. May we remember that we may not have immediate answers or know what to say, but we can always show that person that we care with a listening ear, understanding, and compassion. Leah Abramov, Being and Becoming.